Howdy folks, welcome to Brain Rotters. The reviews are already rolling in for Eternals after the red carpet, or blue carpet if you want to put it that way, from the other night. The likes of which acclaim the post-credit scenes as being game-changing, and with Kevin Fiege saying that Marvel Studios is heading into more cosmic territory, we have to talk about those post-credit scenes likely leading to the introduction of Galactus and more powerful Eternals. Stay with me. So there are two post-credit scenes, and when there are two post-credit scenes in a film like Shang Chi, you have one that is isolated to the characters and events of the film, whereas the other connects the post-credit scene to the greater MCU storyline, which means the first one for Eternals could introduce a new character, a new Eternal, added to the mix, played by a really huge actor. In fact, Harry Styles is apparently in the Eternals Marvel movie, playing an Eternal that we haven't seen yet, but that's just a rumor. So what if whatever Eternal he ends up playing, we see in the post-credit scene, hyping him up as the big bad for the next film? A lot of people theorize that he will be playing Starfox, but in the comics, Starfox is a good guy, so they could do a Starfox, but change him up to be a villain like they did Yellow Jacket and Antman, being that Yellow Jacket was a good guy, Hank Pym in the comics, but for the film they made Yellow Jacket a bad guy, you know? As for the second post-credit scene, what makes it so game-changing has to be the introduction of something into the MCU that we haven't seen before, like Galactus. Imagine that. Like Silver Surfer. You know, personally, I believe since Eternals is a cosmic film, we need to be carrying that cosmic feel, that cosmic environment. We have to carry it on. And what better way to do so than expand the universe a bit and introduce one of the biggest threats to the Marvel universe ever. You don't have to cast Galactus or anything, and don't even give him any speaking lines. In fact, you can just show Galactus looming over a planet or gearing up to fight a Celestial who we know will be in the film. Watch Harry Styles have this role be Galactus. Oh man, the internet would question everything. But in any case, in the comics, Galactus is known to hold his own against the Celestials. Not every single one, but he is a contender, which makes it perfect for the follow-up Eternals 2 film to explore that avenue. To this time have the Celestials who created the Eternals call out to the Eternals for help, and then have Eternals 2 be essentially all cosmic, meaning completely in space, have it be a galactic war. You could have the movie Eternals 2 start out with Galactus picking off Celestials one by one, or even have a great Celestial purge at the beginning of the second film and have Erishem crawling back to the Eternals looking to take the fight to Galactus. And in that film, we'll be introduced to new characters in the form of Galactus's, heralds like Silver Surfer. It would be so cool if they actually showed Galactus fight and kill the Celestial that is the head of Nowhere from Guardians to give the origin of that Celestial's death. Hey, you made it this far, you might as well subscribe if you're new, as well as hitting that bell for notifications so you don't miss another video just like this one. Being that the film will be exploring more cosmic territory and high-power Superman levels beings, like Icarus, you could argue that the post-credit scene could introduce Harry Styles playing Hyperion, who is essentially, the Superman of Marvel Comics. Hyperion even killed Galactus in the comics, so you could have Galactus as the villain for the second film and Hyperion as the eternal villain for the third film. Hyperion, also being an Eternal himself, that would work out perfectly for the story and stakes. Now, I think it would be better to save Galactus for a third Eternals movie, just because he's so big, such a famous Marvel villain. I mean, saving him for that third film gives time for Antman 3 and Loki Season 2 to come out and clean up the whole Kang problem, just resolve that, because Kang is said to be the next big bad of the MCU, and that third Eternals film won't come out for like another 7 or 8 years. I mean, when Guardians 3 comes out, it'll be 10 years to have finally completed that franchise, or almost 10 years, and we know it took 10 years to get that Thanos conclusion, so who's to say that in 8 years that third Eternals film can't kill off Kang for good and set up Galactus as the next big bad, just giving the MCU some time to breathe out the Kang problem and introduce Galactus. That's what I'm saying. Thank you all so much for watching. What do you think of my theory? Do you think in the post-credit scene we are going to see Galactus? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe to not miss out on anything like this. We do videos like this all the time. Thank you. Take care.